honors someone who exemplifies what it means to be a true community leader. When this person sees a need, she does not hesitate. She activates. She rallies others and she inspires action. The impact of her work is undeniable, and her ability to bring people together is truly remarkable. I had the privilege of experiencing this firsthand on January 11th at Guidestone Church. How many of y'all were there? I know, I saw y'all. I stood in awe that day, surrounded by hundreds, maybe even thousands, I don't know what the final number was, of volunteers and literally mountains of donated supplies. Cars backed up around the block to donate. U-Hauls showing up of people that rented just for the day, delivering, they didn't even know where, but they just showed up. That moment moved me to tears amongst all that chaos. It was a testament to this one person's ability to inspire an entire community to mobilize and help others. But that's just one example of what she does. Her dedication to service has earned her Sandpiper of the Year. Now y'all know who it is. She has fundraised thousands and thousands of dollars for education funds for the school systems here in Hermosa and Manhattan Beach. She's a board member for our Hermosa Foundation and co-founder of Hermosa Hermanos, a volunteer organization that empowers young men in high school to give back to their community. She balances all of this while being a loving wife, a mother of twin sons, and a wonderful friend to many people in this room and beyond. There's simply no one more deserving of this honor. Please join me in celebrating the 2024 Person of the Year.
I'm kind of a professional volunteer, so we never get thanked really, and it's not the reason why we do it, but thank you so much. I knew I was winning something, but I thought it was like for one of the volunteer groups that I'm a part of, which are half of them were everybody who was on stage tonight, either I volunteer for or they donate to my many different charities and causes. So thank you to all of you because you answer my phone calls and emails. I appreciate it. I am a transplant from Chicago. I was an Army brat. I lived in many places. Go Bears. And when I moved here, I realized what a special place Hermosa Beach is. It's a small town with like big heart, driven by our great businesses, our sweet small public school district, and all of our great nonprofits and the great citizens of this town with their families and everything that keep this a very special, fringy Hermosa place, which I feel I really, like my husband and I really fit in here. Shortly after moving here, I met my husband. We dated our first date, Patrick Malloy's Mermaid. We got married at Shark House. Our kids were born at Little Company of Mary. They turn 17 tomorrow, my twin boys. And some of you guys were at my wedding. Chris Miller, who's here, she was the photographer at my wedding. So a lot of friends here. And I just want to say that one of the reasons why I love this town is similar to what someone just said, like I look around this crowd, these are all my friends. I feel the same way. I feel that if you guys call me and you need something, I really want to be there for you. I know that I only really will ask you for something if I know that it's not going to hurt you to give it to me, so I really thank you. And in regards to the big fire donation drive, among other things like Hermosa Hermanos that I'm happy to co-found, and I can see some of the other parents here who have got their sons in our program, and we thank you. We have 130 boys now. They've volunteered over 6,000 hours already in 2 short years. We're very, very proud of them. They're becoming great civic members people give teenagers a bad rep, and these guys are proving them wrong. So I'm really proud for that. But in regards to the donation drive, I, like many of you, have friends who lost something, their homes or their places of business during the fire. And I cried for a while Wednesday morning when my friend called me to tell me that our good friend lost her house. And I watched the news, and it just was bad for my mental health. I was actually pissed off, and I was like, fuck this. I'm like, let's do something. Sorry. And it had to be quick. I couldn't form a committee and let's get a bunch of permits and let's do this. I was like, no. When the city asked me what I want, what I needed, I'm like, just stay away or don't give me any fines or anything like that. We couldn't find a location. We had the schools and the government offices needed their places because they were taking on other community organizations from the places that burnt down. First responder places needed to stay for first responders, so the firehouse and everything was not available. And I met a new friend that I had never met, Pastor Brett and Ashley Armstrong from Guidestone Church, who I never had known before through a mutual friend from the PTO when I was a member there for the Hermosa schools. And they said yes immediately. They were the right location. It was out of the way. It wasn't going to cause a bunch of traffic. We had 550 volunteers over a 3-day period. We processed 50 tons of donations. We sent almost 100 trucks, and some of those were rented just by our community members to a little over 20 shelters, including animal shelters, temporary shelters, YMCAs, big places like BMO Stadium and the Santa Anita racetrack and things like that took in volunteers or people who are temporarily evacuated. That was 200,000 people that were evacuated. Like 18,000 homes were taken. It's horrible. So I just envisioned myself on the floor of some temporary shelter with my kids in pajamas and a dog. I don't even have his leash. We ran for our lives kind of thing. And what would I want? I would want a pillow. I would want formula for my baby. I would want those things. And so I really thank many of you were volunteering there or donated something. I'd like to thank a lot of the businesses that came out. I saw Beach and Beverly there. They donated a bunch of clothing. Hammett donated handbags. Superior Fencing gave us a truck. Ashley Furniture gave us trucks. Cora Events, Teak Warehouse. Many of you rented U-Hauls. I just want to say sincere thank you. I hope that this never happens to our town, but I hope if it does, there are other communities around us who will remember that we were there for them.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liz Tindorf.